It's Memorial Day and it's 11 a.m. In the tradition of our culture, when we commemorate Memorial Day, we like to start promptly in respect of those who are fallen. So welcome. I'm Reverend Mark Hughes. I'm the Executive Director of the Vermont Racial Justice Alliance, but I'm also your commander of Howard Plant, Post 782, the Veterans of Foreign Wars, the oldest post in the state. Welcome. I'll be hosting, and I'll also be covering transitions of this commemoration. This is not a celebration. This is a commemoration for those who are fallen. It is not Happy Memorial Day, because this is not a happy day. We are here to commemorate those who have fallen. So please, in respect of those who are fallen, govern yourselves accordingly. First, what you're going to hear is we'll have an introduction with the National Anthem. Our own Larry Salt is here, accompanied. He's an accomplished musician. Everybody knows Larry. Larry's back again with us, longtime supporter of the veterans community. We're so happy to have you here. There you are, Larry. After the National Anthem, what you will hear is a special selection by our very own chaplain, Lou Hanlon, Mansions of the Lord, originally by John Williams. With that being said, the National Anthem. Uncover. Present. Horn. Cover. Thank you for participating with that. And can you come forward, Lou? I want to introduce you to Lou Hanlon. He is our Post 782 chaplain, and he will be, as I said, singing Mansions of the Lord. Hello, can you hear me? To the fallen soldiers let us sing, where no rockets fly, no bullets wing. Our broken brothers let us bring to the mansions of the Lord. No more bleeding, no more fight, no prayers pleading through the night. Just divine embrace, eternal light, to the mansions of the Lord, where no mothers cry and no children weep. We shall stand and guard, though the angels sleep. All through the ages safely keep the mansions of the Lord, the mansions of the Lord. Lay me down
In a cold, cold ground where the ford many men have gone, and say the player for me, close your eyes and remember me.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Lou Hanlon, for that wonderful selection. You may have noticed that we've got some background noise behind us on the street here, and there was I think somebody dropped the ball on an audible in the backfield, and we didn't get the traffic blocked off as we normally do. So for those who are coming to speak, you can go ahead and speak up just a little bit, and that way we won't get drowned out by the traffic in the back. So this is the first time that I can recall that we haven't had this street blocked off, and we're going to blame the mayor, okay? So with that, let's move forward. Speaking of the mayor, our beloved and blessed Mayor Emma Mulvaney Stanik's remarks are being provided by William Ward, the Director of Permitting and Inspection.
Thank you, Commander Hughes. Thank you to members of the VFW Auxiliary, to our special guests, to all the veterans and the veterans' families that are here today, and all of you who are here to join us for this event in honoring our service members as we pay tribute to them today. I'm here speaking on behalf of Mayor Mulvaney Stanik, who is out of town this weekend. I believe the mayor asked me to stand in for her, in particular because I have some experience as a veteran myself. I also have my wife who served in the Army with me. My parents were both naval veterans of the United States Navy. I have a daughter who served in the Army Guard and a son-in-law who's still currently serving in the Air Force. During my own military service, I was fortunate enough to be assigned at Fort Myer, Virginia, where I participated in security details at presidential services, wreath layings at the ceremonies for Memorial Day. These events were at Arlington National Cemetery. I was unaware at that time, back in the 80s, that it was more than 100 years earlier that Arlington National Cemetery was the site of the very first national recognition of Decoration Day on May 30th, 1868. Decoration Day later became known as Memorial Day. It was originally recognized on May 30th as a day of solemn remembrance for soldiers who died in the Civil War. Now that the holiday is celebrated on the last day of May, the weekend is the unofficial start of the summer. But today is the official day when we recognize the sacrifices of the men and women who have given their lives in defense of our country and our freedoms. It is because of their selfless service that we're able to be here today in this beautiful historic location in vibrant Burlington in this great nation. We can honor our fallen heroes today by reflecting on their sacrifices as you listen to today's speakers. There are many other official events today across the country that include parades, wreath-laying ceremonies, cemetery visits, concerts, service projects, moments of silence, and the decoration of grave sites. There are also unofficial events this weekend, like store holiday sales, camping trips, neighborhood get-togethers for families, friends, and simple backyard barbecues. But regardless of how each of us recognize this day, the fact that we can be here and choose how to do so is a testament to the men and women who've made that sacrifice that grants us the freedom to choose exactly how we recognize today. I hope that as we face in our current challenging times, everyone can at least pause momentarily to keep the memories of our fallen service members and their sacrifices alive in our activities today. I want to thank you again for inviting me. It was an honor to be a participant at this day of remembrance and solemn reflection. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill Ward. Thank you, Mayor Emma Mulvaney Stanek. Thank you for what y'all are doing here in the city. Next up for as a speaker, we do have Haley Perot, who's with Senator Bernie Sanders' office. Haley.
Thank you, Commander. Thank you to the VFW, and thank you for all being here today. I'd like to share the following message on behalf of Senator Sanders. It reads, Dear friends, thank you for inviting me to today's Memorial Day Commemoration at Battery Park. I want to thank Michelle Kafer and everyone at the Howard Plant, VFW, Post 782, for the work they do every day to support Vermont Gold Star families, service members, and veterans. My special thanks to all those who helped organize today's ceremony to honor the service of the brave men and women who gave, as Abraham Lincoln famously said, the last full measure of devotion to our country. Memorial Day is a time to commemorate those who have lost their lives in service to our country, to honor their loved ones, and reflect upon the past. It serves as an important reminder that we must dedicate ourselves to keeping our promise to those lost service members and Gold Star families, as well as to all those who currently serve and their loved ones. We are deeply indebted to them. Please know that as your senator, their lives, service, and sacrifice remain with me as I serve all of you in Washington. On this solemn occasion, we reaffirm a grateful nation's commitment to all those who have served, and in their memory, we pledge to stand firm in defending American democracy against all who would undermine it. It is now for us to highly resolve, in whatever way, to make this country a better place to live so that we may honor the sacrifices of those who died for this country. While Memorial Day is about honoring those who did not come home, we are also keenly aware of the important work of all those who are currently deployed and who have served our state and nation. I especially want to thank all the veterans and family members gathered here today and across Vermont. I am deeply grateful for your service and sacrifice. Today, while we honor those who have passed, we must also recommit ourselves to keeping America's promise to you, just as you kept your promise to us. Please know that my staff and I are here for you. As a longtime member and former chair of the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee, I continue to do my very best to make sure all who served and their families receive every service and benefit they have earned while serving our nation. I am honored to work every day to keep that promise. Sincerely, Bernie Sanders, United States Senator. Thank you.
Big shout out to Bernie and company over there. Haley, thanks for showing up. I definitely appreciate that. Bernie's been a hero here in the city of Burlington forever. I think back in the day, even Christine, when your dad Richard was alive, I think they were hanging out together like back in the day. So definitely appreciating our senator, our senior senator from the city of Burlington, our former mayor of the city of Burlington, Bernie Sanders, in his comments. Next, we want to hear from our other senator. So we do have here representing Peter Welsh's office, James McNerney. James McNerney, please.
Well, thank you so much, Commander Hughes, and to our VFW Post members. My name is James McNerney. I'm a Constituent Services and Outreach Representative in the office of Senator Welch. The Senator couldn't be here today, but he asked me to share the following message with you all. Dear friends, thank you to the Burlington VFW Post 782 for including me in today's event. I regret that I'm unable to be with you today for this Memorial Day ceremony. Today's ceremony provides a special opportunity to honor and remember those who have given their lives in service to their country. This Memorial Day is a solemn occasion to acknowledge that sacrifice, the ultimate sacrifice, in service to our nation. Vermont has a long and proud history of service and sacrifice, from the pre-Revolutionary War all the way to the present. When our nation is in danger, our citizens demonstrate tremendous vigor and commitment as Vermonters, join and often lead the effort to defend America and the ideals it was founded upon. It's hard to imagine the grief that family members, friends, and fellow service members experience when they lose someone to war. Memorial Day is a time to acknowledge that grief and hopefully to combine it with pride. May we all continue to share in the sorrow of Vermonters and servicemen and women around the country who are lost in the field of combat, and also in the pride of their courage on our behalf. As I continue the fight in D.C. for veterans' benefits, for veterans' rights, protecting the rights that they have earned through the service to their country, I want you to know that my staff stands ready to help veterans, to help their family members with any issues that they may be facing, whether it's with the VA or any other aspect of the federal government. Please reach out to our casework teams. You can find that on the website. Finally, to all the veterans and family members here today, thank you for your service and sacrifice on behalf of our great nation. It is a debt that we can never repay. Sincerely, Senator Peter Welch. Thank you.
Thanks, James. Congresswoman Becca Balint's office has sent our own Owen Doherty here to provide remarks.
Thank you all for having me here today. My name is Owen Doherty. I'm an Outreach and Constituent Services Representative in Congresswoman Balint's office. She sends her regrets today, but wanted to make sure she shared the following statement with you all. Today, as we gather to commemorate Memorial Day, we honor and remember the brave Americans who have made the ultimate sacrifice to protect our nation. Memorial Day is about paying tribute to that courage, dedication, and selflessness of those who have served, while recommitting to a future that upholds the ideals they fought for. America's fallen soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guard serve the cause of a nation striving for justice, where the rights and the dignity of all were protected. They serve to protect the ideal of a nation where every voice is heard. Let's honor them by continuing the fight for a more perfect union where no one is left behind. We must also take time to recognize the sacrifices of the families back home in Vermont, the mothers and fathers, spouses and children who carry the weight of their absence and support our troops from home. We owe it to them to uplift our veterans beyond Memorial Day, providing the care and the resources they need and deserve. This is our obligation, to properly prepare and equip the troops we send into harm's way, to care for them and their families when they return home, and to honor the memories of those who served our country in uniform. Today, I'm always reminded of the principles that unite us as Americans. We take for granted phrases like liberty and justice for all. These must be the values we strive to make a reality. We honor the memory of our fallen heroes by continuing their fight and working towards a better America for generations to come. I extend my deepest gratitude to the veterans of Vermont and across our nation. Your sacrifice and unwavering dedication to our shared values inspire us all. We will never forget the lives lost and the Vermont families changed forever. Thank you so much, everybody.
As I told you, we rarely miss an opportunity to have our esteemed Larry Sult with us on hand. Today, I'm really happy that he's got a special selection for us. Larry's going to offer up to us a hymn to the fallen. Larry. Thank you, Larry. Now we have special remarks from our very own Lenora Travis, VFW Post 782 Auxiliary President. Lenora.
Of everybody. It has to be a nice day to remind me that I have allergies. I'm sorry. We give thanks today for all of those that we celebrate. We give thanks today for all of those lives that we celebrate that have served our country and have given us the freedoms that we have today. As many families had lost someone, we all know someone that is still serving in our country, and we put our prayers out to them as well. We have prayers that I'd like to put out today for troops that just got deployed to Macedonia, that left Burlington Airport on Friday morning. So we put our thoughts and prayers out to them and their families. And again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming here. Normally we do have more, but it is a special day that we remember all of those that fought and died for us. And we should always stand up for our veterans and do all that we can. There's always a veteran out there that is in need. And this is what we do in our VFW and our auxiliary. Thank you.
Thank you, Lenora. I think all we have left now is some closing remarks. I guess that's me. So good afternoon. Today, we gather, as we do each year, to honor the memory of those who laid their lives in service of this country. But today, I ask you to go a little bit deeper than tradition. I ask that we remember not only the flowers and the flags, but the fire and the conviction with clarity and a courage that matches the sacrifice of those we honor. Now, for over 3 years, I have had the sacred honor of serving as the commander of the Veterans of Foreign Wars here at Howard Plant, Post 782. 3 years. Although I don't think Bernie got the memo. We've been here. And as my time and as my role draws near to a close, I stand before you with a full heart. Not just to commemorate those we've lost, but to speak plainly about the times we're living in. You see, my time is over. And I once had a boss at work, he said, you could say whatever you want to say on your last day of work. And the question is where must we go from here? We name our post after Howard Plant, a black Vermonter, a soldier, a man of dignity who became the first from our state to die in World War I. Let us not forget when Howard Plant gave his life, he returned home to a country where his skin color still denied him full freedom. He fought for a democracy that had yet to fight for him. And yet, he still served. That's the legacy that we inherit. And it's the legacy that we must honor. Not by repeating empty words, but by fulfilling long overdue promises. That promise is why under our leadership here at Post 782, we made a historic decision We sold our building, not as an ending, but as a resurrection. And what will rise in its place is something our community sorely needs. A mixed-use space that includes affordable housing and a new Veterans of Foreign War post. And praise God, a community justice center here in the city of Burlington. What a powerful statement. That the home of Howard Plant's memory will now also house justice and shelter and dignity for those who are often, too often, forgotten. So let it be said, we did not just wave a flag. We planted it where it matters. This week marks somewhere about the 5-year anniversary since the murder of George Floyd, a man who pleaded for breath, for mercy, for life. His death sparked a global crisis, and for a moment, the world seemed ready to listen. But now, in 2025, we are witnessing something different. A coordinated retreat from civil rights. The dismantling of affirmative action. A strengthening of systems that criminalize rather than care, especially in communities of color. Let's call it what it is, folks. This is not just politics. It's a moral crisis. It's a failure to listen to the crisis of living even as we claim to honor the dead. Now, as a minister, I know what it means when God says, "Can you hear me now?" God has been calling to us through prophets and peacemakers, through soldiers and saints. God speaks through the groaning of creation, through the prayers of mothers who've lost children, to bullets and batons, through the voices of veterans who come home only to fight another war against homelessness, addiction, racism, and despair. Yeah. Can you hear me now? God asked, he asked it through Moses at the Red Sea. He asked it through Jesus on the cross. And today he asks every soul that dies waiting for justice. But I still believe in resurrection. I still believe in the power of God to bring life to where there was death, hope where there was despair. I believe because I've seen it here at Post 782. I've seen it in our decision to step boldly into the future. I've seen it in our commitment to community. I've seen it here at Post 782. I've seen it in our plans to build not just walls, but belonging here in the city of Burlington. The inclusion of the Community of Justice Center is not, the Community Justice Center is not just a tenant agreement. It's a moral alignment. It's a declaration that justice is not just a side project, it's central to our identity. It's a continuation of the work Howard Plant never got to finish. We remember those who gave their lives in service, not just with words, but with our own lives lived in service to truth. We reckon with our nation's broken promises, acknowledging that patriotism without accountability is just performance. And we rise by building, by protecting, and by fighting for justice that leaves no one behind. So, as I prepare to step down as commander, I do so with a really proud gratitude. Not for what I've done hardly anything, but for what we've done together. Now, this next chapter of the Howard Plant Post 782, it's not mine. It's yours. It's your chapter. Now it's your turn. I've been here for 3 years now. Now, it belongs to every veteran who believes that the service doesn't stop when the war ends. Every single one of you. It belongs to every neighbor who knows that justice and community must walk hand in hand. It belongs to all of you, not me. And it belongs to the God of peace, who still whispers across all generations, "Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest." So, let's walk forward together, not in silence, but in strength. Let's carry the memory of the fallen, not just in a ceremony, but in action. Let us answer God's call, not later, not someday, but now. Can you hear me now? May we never stop listening. May we never stop fighting. And may God bless the memories of all of the fallen and the justice yet to come. God bless you, and amen. Please join us for taps in conclusion of the ceremony. Praise it. Harp. Order! Order! That concludes the Memorial Day commemoration. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Nancy Chileo, and this is my sister Gail Gamache.
Good morning. How are you?
We're here at Battery Park for Memorial Day weekend. We're here to sell poppies and flags, and we're in honor of our mother, Ramona Gordon, who passed away last year. So come on and stop on down and see us. Y'all have a nice day. Bye-bye.